Yes, I'm back. First of all, I need to apologize for not keeping my promise and being active during this time, since I uploaded my last video in January. I know it's April now. I've been very busy at uni. Honestly, I couldn't find the time, but now I have some time to keep up with to push a little bit more my YouTube channel. First of all, thank you very much for watching my videos, and thank you very much for some of you. I know it's not many people have put some feedbacks on my videos and gave me some advice and how to improve it, and it's really helpful for me. I'm still new. So today's topic is going to be about my experience as an au pair. My first year in England, I had 2 different jobs. The first one was as an au pair, and the second one I worked in McDonald's. I'm not going to talk about McDonald's because everyone knows what McDonald's is. So I'm just going to focus on au pair job, which was my first 6, 7, 8 months roughly. So my first job was as an au pair, and I got it through Kangaroo Au Pair, which is a website that you can check it out if you're interested in working as an au pair. And the second thing I have to say is I didn't go with an agency, I looked at it privately. I realized that I've been talking about au pair here, au pair there, and I haven't actually explained what an au pair is. In a very short way, an au pair is a babysitter. However, it's a bit different from a normal babysitter. You live with a family and you get to experience the foreign environment, a fully immersion in the culture, which for me was very helpful because I wanted to improve my English. And you are supposed to work in a part-time basis, then usually Monday to Friday, some babysitting during the weekends, but usually you get weekends off. So one of the advantages of being an au pair is that you're going to live with a family and you don't have to pay any single money for rent. So no bills, no rent, you don't have to pay, not even for food. The family will provide you with that. So that's part of the advantages, of course, and everything looks nice and beautiful and promising. However, my experience, I don't want to say it was too bad, but it wasn't the best. In my experience, I'd say if you want to be there for a while, like half a year to a year, could be okay. More than that, it could get toxic, because usually families take advantage of that, and because you live in with them, they think they can ask you to do more stuff for the same thing that you're actually getting paid, which is just a little bit of money. I have to say that many families, they are actually very reliable. You can trust them and they will help you through the process of adapting to the new environment. Some of them, they will leave you alone. My case was like half-half. I got the help. I managed to open my bank account, which is quite tricky in England. I had the chance to apply for national insurance number. I was very shy and I will always say yes to everything until I lost my temper. So the first month with the first family, I moved 3 times. The first time was really good. The family was lovely. It was in North London, and it was a family of 3 children, 2 girls and a boy, and they had like a massive house. It was a very posh place, to be honest, but it was really nice, really good experience. However, I had to leave that house and I went to another family. The second family was well, it was a single mom with a kid, and I would say it was so bad. I don't want to say it's too bad. It was, that woman was mental. Basically, yeah, that woman was mental. There was something wrong with that person. I promise you, I'm a very normal person. However, I trusted her, and something inside me when I had the first interview with her told me, keep looking, don't stop looking, because this is not the one, this is not the one. But I still didn't trust my gut at the time. I should have, but I didn't. that woman was crazy. She told me she had a job, first of all. And then I found out that she didn't have a job, that she was applying for a hairdresser, which she wasn't a hairdresser. So she was going to do something like a trainee hairdresser. So she didn't pay me. I was there for 3 nights and I didn't get any money. I just left. I couldn't stand that. The only problem and the only issue and the only thing I felt bad about was that kid. That lovely girl she doesn't deserve that mother. She doesn't. I'm not going to say the name of the woman, however, I'm going to mention that house was a mess. I tried to clean it and I said, why am I doing this for? And I said, I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for that person. I'm doing it for me because I don't want to live in that mess. The whole kitchen was so dirty. I couldn't believe it. It was really, really disgusting. And I said, and I have to cook my lunch, my dinner, and the child's food in there. I don't want to do that. But yeah, and at the end of it, I just gave up and I said, look, this is enough. I'm sleeping in a broken bed. I spoke with another family, which I had been talking in the previous weeks, but I didn't go there because it was quite far. So I spoke with her and I was like, are you still looking for someone? I'm still looking for a family, really, because this one is like, okay, but I think I want to go a little bit further. And she was like, are you okay? And I said, no, I'm not okay, but I'll tell you later because the woman is here. And yeah, so I left on Friday. I stayed in an Airbnb. Then on Saturday, I moved to a friend's house. I stayed there until Sunday. Sunday, I moved to the new place. And I just exploded. Like, I broke up in tears and I didn't know what to do. It was very overwhelming. So I went to the next family, which was a Nigerian family. So everything was okay. I'm gonna say after all that I lived, everything was fine. The only problem was that wasn't an au pair job. That was a nanny's job. Because it was a full-time job. I was working more than 10 hours a day, Monday to Friday. The only thing I have to say, it wasn't a hard job because I didn't have to do much cleaning, just once or twice a week. But the problem is, I was trying to improve my English and I didn't have time to go to any academy. I didn't have time to practice my English with other people because that woman was sleeping or watching the telly. I was with them, just watching the telly. There was no conversation, so how am I going to socialize with people who don't speak? How am I going to improve my English if I can't even use it? I just have to watch the screen and read the subtitles. That was what I was doing. So I was getting more and more anxious. I was getting very, very stressed. And because I didn't have time and during the weekend, I just gave up and I said, do you know what? I'm not going to do anything. So I was meeting friends, Spanish people. I know, but that was the only people I could trust and I could explain my frustration. So when I left the family, I had a big argument with that woman. I said, look, I can't keep up with it. I need to find another job. I need to leave this house. And I wish you all the best. So I told them, as soon as you find someone else to cover my position, I'll be leaving. That's fine for me. So if it takes you a week, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, that's fine. But we had like a big argument. And I lost my temper and I know I shouldn't have done that way. However, I was so tired. I was so overwhelmed of all the situations, all the bad luck I had during the time I was in England. And I spoke to my parents and my parents said, you know what, you can always come back. I didn't, but still I tried. I tried my best to do as much as I could during the time I was in the family. So after a week, she told me, if you're happy to go, you can leave. So I left the house and I went to my friends and then I was sharing the room. I will talk about the adventure of finding a room in England, especially to find a room in London, which is a big adventure, a very challenging one. When did I start practicing my English? After I left my job as an au pair. I I worked in McDonald's, and that's when I started to use English, because there was no one who spoke Spanish in my workplace. So I had to communicate in English. Overall, do I recommend working as an au pair? It all depends. It depends on the family. Look for the family thoroughly. They are desperate sometimes, and they will try to take advantage of you. So make sure that everything is written down before you move to England, and everything is agreed and signed before you enter with that family. Because sometimes you're going to see the differences, and I've seen people being kicked out without notice and with no money, with no resources or no friends at all in a country, which is a risk. It's a very risky job. So I'd say if you find like a very, very reliable family, do that. If not, just try to come to England, apply for national insurance number, and start working in the first place that you get a job or that you feel comfortable with. Did my bad luck end here? No way. There has been a lot of things that happened to me in the first year, especially the first 2 years in England. I suffered a lot. However, even though I was complaining a lot and I was very depressed, I managed to keep up with it, and I'm strong enough to say that I survived. I did survive. And I know there are many people like me who had really bad experience in the first couple of years in England and survived. So that's everything for today. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell button, to put a comment if you liked it, if you think that I should change something, if you think that it was too much, or if it was too good or too bad, just please let me know. I want to know, I want to improve, I want to get better. And also you can follow me on Instagram, on Twitter and on Facebook, and I'll be trying to be here as soon as I can. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.